I'm just sitting here I want to do a quick video, not on anything that I've been talking about here recently, but mainly with YouTube. What I don't understand, YouTube, Google, anything of that nature, is how come, I don't know, I might be the only one, how come I can put something in phrases in the search engine like how to wire a Suzuki ignition switch? That is so simple. That's what I put in there. And you give me 14 million things that does not relate to wiring a Suzuki ignition switch. Now you might be saying, oh, I thought you were pretty smart. You might, oh, you don't know how to wire an ignition switch. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. I'm in a complex situation right now. What I'm trying to figure out is the color coding, not on the motor itself, but the color coding on the wires on the harness that goes to the ignition switch, and it goes to all the components, which would be, you know, the tach, oil, water, gas, whatever, on the dash. I'm trying to figure out the color coding on them wires. Nowhere in the world have I looked and it found on the harness. Keywords. I've already determined everything on the motor. I found that was simple. I'm guessing what I'm going to have to do, because I've got a Suzuki 150. The difference is the Suzuki DT225 that I'm rewiring is fuel injected. Hold on 1 second. So like I was saying, I'm wiring this motor, but here's the thing, I'm doing what everybody said could not be done. They said, oh, you can't do that. Let me be honest with you. I'm going to be clear with you here. There ain't nothing in this world that I can't do. You can do anything in the world if you're willing to put in the time, the patience, and learn the knowledge about whatever you're trying to accomplish. You can accomplish anything. It don't matter what it is. You can look. You don't believe me? Ask Donald Trump. He was a businessman. He's the president of the United States of America now. They say that, you know, business people and politics don't mix. But guess what? A business politician is our president. And he ain't a politician. He's just business. He don't give a crap. But that's besides the point. So they said that it couldn't be done. You know, you can't do it. And what I'm doing is this boat that I put this motor on. I sold a guy a Suzuki DT225, about a 91 model. It's the Super 6. You know, it's an older one, fuel injection. But the harness and everything on it was pretty much shot. The ignition switch, the key was gone. So I didn't have an ignition switch, and I didn't have a harness. I had a part of the harness, but I didn't have a harness per se that was long enough or good enough for the DT. The motor that I took off the boat, that the DT is on now, it is a 2005 Evinrude E-Tech 90 horse. And everybody's like, oh, they won't do because you can't put an Evinrude harness on a Suzuki outboard. Let me tell you something. You can do anything. If you're willing to put in the patience and the knowledge to learn what it is you're trying to do. So the first thing that you got to do,
take exit 98. Online.
You need to figure out is on the harness side of both of these outboards, What's the color coding on both of these outboards? What's power to ignition? What's power to start? What's ground? What's to kill the motor? What's for no oil? What's for, whatever? What is that on each motor? And that I found out it was pretty simple for the Evinrude. The Evinrude, it was pretty simple to figure it out. The Suzuki, some of it was pretty simple to figure out. Other parts, I can't figure out for the life of me what these wires go to. Everywhere I'm reading doesn't match up with the wires that's on this harness. It doesn't match up. So I'm trying to find out exactly what it goes to. I can't, man. I've got it wired enough right now. I can turn it over. I can work the tilt and trim and all that good stuff. Now, I don't think that I'm getting power to my electronics. Yeah, I've got power going to my solenoid switch, which is sending power to my starter and should send some power to some other key components. But I don't have power going to anything else. Now, the other day, I think the ignition switch went out in it because now it won't even turn off. It just keeps turning over. And then he's got some wire down there that started smoking, and I don't even know what it's going to. I think it's grounded out something. So it's just smoking and crap, and I'm like, what the heck's going on here? So, got to figure all that out. And it's a challenge. But the whole reason of this video is every time I look on YouTube to try to find something out as far as this goes, or I look on the internet to try to find something out, it never says, they don't show me a picture of the whole harness like I want to buy something. I need information.
Left on Highway
Information
138
is more valuable than anything in the world. Believe me. And that's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. We'll figure it out, though. We either going to figure it out or we're going to dadgum figure it out. We're going to figure it out. And I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to make a video when I get home about it. And I'll show y'all where I'm at with it.